What are your thoughts? Like, what was Dad's psychology to booking?
Well, basically, it was, first of all, if he was going to use you, you know, he didn't have to love you to book you. If he thought you could draw money, he would book anybody with the Von Erichs or Dusty if he thought that he could draw. First thing is, if you can't go 15 minutes, I can't use you.
Yeah.
And I asked him later on, I said, why? He said, because you cannot control the quality of your show with subpar talent. If you go out there and hustle and you don't lay back, then that's what he was looking for. But he was basically looking also for not so much, you know, moves and things like that. It was basically if you had star quality. If you were, if they could recognize you at the top of the aisle when you came out, the further you would have to walk down, the less of a chance you had.
Who do you think Dad's favorite in world?
And that's also too with that. You had to have winners and you had to have losers, and everybody wins and everybody loses.
Yeah.
That's, and no run-ins, and you have to give the people. You're not going to upset the people. You may make them mad, but you won't insult them. And you have to keep it within the realm of possibilities. And that he learned that mainly from Fritz and Bill Watts. Could this actually happen?
Yeah. Who do you think Dad's favorite in world class? Who do you think is favorites? Absolute favorites. Just love booking them and just loved them.
Kerry Von Erich.
Yeah.
Kerry.
Who would be another one?
David Von Erich.
Kevin. I know he loved. You know, we had a
question. Well, Kevin was the first. I mean, the two most important people in Texas wrestling ever. Uncle Donald, number one, because he ended up giving Dad credibility to the office to let Fritz trust Dad, and then
me.
Yeah, and you, and then Kevin, because people remember David wrestling more full time, but Kevin was the one who lit the fuse.
Yeah,
and that's when it banged out. But Kevin, Kerry, and David, those guys were. I mean, when you got guys like that, it's it's pretty easy. I mean, they can make a fool look smart.
We're so over. I mean, my first memories of life were just like how popular those dudes were.
And booking them was easy because the thing with them was like the thing with Chris and Kevin.
Chris Adams?
Yeah. He busted Kevin over the head with the chair. And then...
Oh, yes. He busted him over the head with the chair.
And then I think it was next Monday, he was out there working with Kerry. Because if you were in a program with one of them, you were in a program with all of them. I mean, now explain something else how that works like that.
Yeah.
And they didn't mind winning. They didn't mind losing. And they were young, good-looking guys, but you had to find guys that people believed could actually hang with them. So it started first with Uncle Mark, Uncle Donald, and Harley Race, and then Kabuki and Draghi and Bundy, and then came in the Birds. Yeah. But there was a struggle, though, from a booking standpoint, is you always constantly had to have new heels, because you were running Fort Worth on Monday, Dallas on Tuesday at the time, and you could never have the same match twice, but you always had to keep having new heels. So the good thing with the Freebirds is you brought them in. There were three of them. Yeah. It wasn't like just bringing one guy in. Though if you had one guy to work with them, you were in a program with all of them. Yeah. So it was easy money.
Do us a favor, hit that like and subscribe button.